Hi, I'm Bill Garvin. In this video, we're going to discuss the line of oil products that Gunold has to offer for your embroidery equipment. What you'll see here on the table in front of me over on the left side is the Alba 5. This is our aerosol spray lubricant. It comes with a spout, so it's great for reaching those hard to reach places like the needle bars on your machine. Just make sure you're spraying directly on the needle bar and not past it. In the center here, you'll see that this is the quart size refillable. So this is great for refilling your Zoom spout oiler as well as your Gunold oil pins. A couple of things to notice about like your oil pin. This is what I use as a technician primarily every time I'm working on machines or running my own equipment. It's great to be able to control and just be able to get that one drop of oil that we need and when we need it. Keep in mind that these are not permanent oilers, but they are refillable. The Zoom oiler works great for refilling these. A little trick I've learned over the years is if you don't let it get it below half empty, they won't crack and break on you. Make them last just a little bit longer. The Zoom spout oiler, of course, has an extension. So this is great for filling up the reservoirs and the tanks and stuff on certain models of machines, as well as reaching some of those hard to reach places as well. Now looking at the machine I have here behind me, just a brief explanation of oiling on your equipment. Most modern machines, really within the last 10 to 12 years, normally is going to have a sticker or label somewhere on the machine that's telling you to oil points A, B, and C, and so on, and how frequently to do that. Now, just from my experience as a technician, these machines are built to run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if need be. But here in the USA, my average customer is a 40-hour shop week. So normally if you go by the labels on the machine, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. However, your machine may be dripping oil on occasion. If that does happen, Gunold sells another great product. It's called PSR2. It's a dry cleaning fluid that can remove oil out of almost any fabric as well. So keep that in mind when you need to save that $60 Nike Polo, okay? Now, just as a rule of thumb, the way me and my technicians teach customers how to oil their machines, the most important part is the rotary hook area. This is where the bobbin case goes in. There's no manual oiling system on any machine made that oils this. I prefer the pin oiler, and you're oiling the racing of the hook anywhere from the 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock position. This needs to be done on a 4-hour basis during production. If you're a hobbyist, use your machine 1 or 2 days a week, you could probably oil this hook once or twice a week and get away with it. It's like changing the oil in your car. I can't tell you how many miles you drive. I don't know when you're supposed to change the oil, and you're oiling your machine by the same. So I base everything off a 40-hour work week. If 40-hour work week and what you're using the machine for, you're going to oil that rotary hook twice a day. Now make sure before you ever oil, you blow out. Either use the canned air or compressed air. Make sure it's nice and clean inside of there to prevent any residue and tension issues with your bobbin case, okay? Now from there, you've got the bed of the machine. This is the cylinder that comes out, making it a tubular machine that your garments hang around. You'll notice this bed has no oil holes in it, therefore there's no oil points. And the reason being is this particular model machine has bearings inside, not bushings. They're sealed, they're maintenance free, but you want to take the cover off and blow any excess residue out of there, normally about once a year as well. When you go up to the arm, this is the sewing arm on most machines. They're normally going to be marked and labeled with oil port holes, normally in red or yellow. Normally on average for that 40-hour week, if you need to oil the bed and the sewing arm of the machine, that's going to be usually about once a week, 2 weeks normally at the most. And again, if you see that your machine is starting to drip oil on you occasionally, just back off on your scheduling. You're simply over-oiling your equipment. It doesn't hurt the machine, but you could cause issues with your garments. Now when it comes to the needle bars, normally on a 4 to 6 week average, and that's normally where I would prefer to use the Alba 5, for example, so I can get in there and reach each one of those needle bars, not have to worry about unthreading or messing up the threads or anything like that. Hopefully that's a better understanding of the oil that Gunold sells and where to use it on your equipment.